Dad, he's engaged.
War has a way of distinguishing the things that matter. Forget me, please.
I couldn't. Not ever.
Catch Downton Fever and join the millions of fans watching Masterpiece.
Marvelous.
Downton Abbey Season 2, Sundays at 9, 8 Central, or online anytime.
Good Thursday evening to you, everyone. I'm WVUT weathercaster Cameron Riddle. It is currently 63 degrees here in Vincennes. That's just below our today's high of 64 degrees. That's about a 20-degree comeback from this morning's low of around 38 degrees. The winds are coming from the east at 15 miles an hour. Our humidity is at 45%, and the barometric pressure is at 29.28 and falling. It is overcast over the entire WVUT viewing area today. Shelburne, Indiana at 59, Washington at 63, Jasper at 64, and Clay City, Illinois, at 62 degrees. As we look across the nation today, our temperatures look like this. It's mostly mild across much of the east and into the south. Look at that, 86 degrees down there in Miami, 76 in New Orleans, and 78 in Houston, Texas. As we look back out west, it is 56 degrees there in Sacramento, 58 in San Francisco, and 69 in Los Angeles, where, you know, it never rains in Southern California. No rain on the red carpet this weekend for the Oscars, so that is good news for those Hollywood goers. But what's most important tonight is this low pressure system that has caused some confusion over much of our area today. We talked about possible rain showers this morning. Well, we only saw a little bit this morning. That's because we are right on a jet stream right here in Knox County. Anywhere above Jasper County in northern Indiana to Chicago, and as far over as Detroit, there could see possibly up to anywhere from 5 to 8 inches of snow there. Now, it is only 37 degrees there at O'Hare International Airport, where they are seeing some 90-minute delays. So as for will there be any sticking snow there? Probably not. If they do, it'll wait till temperatures drop down a little bit more, and then the chance for some snow, small snow, will increase throughout the area. What's happening south of that is where we'll see anywhere from between the Ohio River at Kentucky and Indiana's border all the way down to Atlanta, Georgia, a 40% chance of tornadoes and severe weather there throughout the night today. As for our area, we're only at a 10% chance of thunderstorms and tornadoes tonight. But don't let that warning fool you. 10% still means that it could happen, so do heed those warnings if you do hear any tonight. As for the rest of the week's forecast, it looks like this. Tonight, mostly cloudy with those rain and thunderstorms moving in our area anywhere between now and 10 o'clock. Through 1 a.m., they should be gone. Our low tonight will be 38 degrees. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 30% chance of rain, high near 42. Tomorrow night, we will see partly cloudy skies, west-northwest winds at 10 to 15 miles an hour and a low of 28. The extended forecast, Saturday and Sunday will be a great weekend. I'd bring a jacket. It's only going to be 43 for your high Saturday, 27 your low. Sunday, 50 degrees your high and 39 your low. Monday, we'll see some cloud cover start to enter our area late in the day, but it'll still be sunny for most of the day with 52 your high and 31 for your low. So not too bad for the weekend, the last one in February, Danny.
I'll agree with that, Cameron. Thanks. The Indiana Hoosiers continues to be tough to beat in Assembly Hall. Jesse Gwynn is here now with the latest. Jesse?
Danny, the Hoosiers took a break from conference play and enjoyed a laugher at home last night. I'll have highlights from that game, plus Notre Dame's win over West Virginia when News Center 22 continues.
I must have some cash.
Sign.
Everything I own becomes yours. The old curiosity shop.
Derek Jacobi, Gina McKee, and Zoe Wanamaker
Hello there.
star in a Charles Dickens classic.
Let us leave here tonight.
But where will we go now?
Let us run away.
Poor girl. What will become of her?
The Old Curiosity Shop on Masterpiece Classic.
PBS invites you to join the president.
Let's put on a show
for a musical celebration of Broadway. Join host Nathan Lane.
Can you see me? Can't you see me?
Idina Menzel.
Defying gravity.
Marvin Hamlish. Audra McDonald. Brian Darcy James. And many more. In performance at the White House.
Hoosiers continue home court dominance. Good evening, everybody. For WVUT Sports, I'm Jesse Gwynn. The Indiana Hoosiers ran their home record to 16-1 with a 75-56 victory over North Carolina Central at Assembly Hall. Cody Zeller led the Hoosiers with 17 points, with Victor Aladipo adding 16. Dominic Sutton scored a game-high 21 points to lead the Eagles. Indiana improves to 21-7 as the Hoosiers head to Minneapolis for their final conference road game of the season Sunday afternoon against Minnesota. The Golden Gophers were also in action last night as they lost a tough one at home to 6th-ranked Michigan State 66-61. Number 18, Notre Dame made it 9 wins in a row with a 71-44 pounding of West Virginia at home. Jaron Grant led the way with 20 points, hitting 8 of his 11 attempts from the field. Notre Dame made 8 of 11 three-point attempts, shot 61% overall, and outscored West Virginia 41-16 in the second half. The Irish improved to 20-8, 12-3 in the Big East. Next up for Notre Dame is St. John's Saturday afternoon at Madison Square Garden. Purdue had little trouble with Nebraska dispatching the Cornhuskers 83-65 at Mackey Arena. Robbie Hummel led the way with a season-high 29 points. DJ Bird returned from his one-game banishment to score 15 points. The Boilermakers play at Michigan Saturday nights. The North Knox boys basketball team will wrap up their regular season tonight with a home game against 7th-ranked Lagodi. The Lions enter the contest with a 15-4 mark. As a team, Lagodi is only allowing their opponents to score 44 points per game. The Warriors are giving up 53 points per contest while averaging 45. Tonight's varsity contest tips at 7:30. Vincennes Lincoln's Allie Bobe has been selected to this year's Big 8 All-Conference team. The Lincoln junior averaged 12 points and 10.3 rebounds per game for the Lady Alices. Bobe grabbed a season-high 24 rebounds in the Alice's season opener against Evansville North. Allie Hunslinger of Washington, Megan Sternberg, and Shelley Murder of Jasper, and Princeton's Samantha Shoulders were among some of the other players named to the All-Conference team. The Indiana Pacers head to the All-Star break, riding a 4-game winning streak after their 102-88 victory over the Bobcats in Charlotte last night. Tyler Hansborough led the way with a season-high 22 points, as Indiana's bench was the story of the game, accounting for 55 points and 31 rebounds. Corey Maggette led Charlotte with 20 points as the Bobcats fell to an NBA worst 4-28. The Pacers return from the break on Tuesday night when they host Golden State. The new-look Miami Marlins went out and upgraded their roster in hopes of bringing a world title back to South Florida. Dave Roberts has more from the Marlins spring training camp.
The new-look Marlins could be the most entertaining team to watch in the majors this season.
You're winning, you have good chemistry. You're losing, we all hate each other. And believe me, I have both parents. You know.
These guys are determined to win and have fun at the same time. The masked man in the clubhouse today is pitcher Heath Bell.
It look good when you're winning. You're losing, you look stupid. But you always have people like that and keep everything loose.
Is this like the first day look for you, or?
I don't really want to talk to the media, so I figured I was trying to hide my face. But you guys caught me, didn't you?
Yeah, it would be like the team in last year. Same thing.
Okay, joke's over. Right. It's me. Sorry.
Having fun doesn't mean this will be a 3-ring circus. The payroll's been increased to win. There are new players. And Hanley Ramirez is moving to third.
Do you feel you still need to convince people that you're happy?
I am. You know, I think mentally and my person, I think I'm happy. And I'm ready for any charge. You know, I got a new challenge this year. It's going to be third base. And, you know, I feel 100%. My body feel good.
It's going to be fun to see how everything's going to pan out, but I think we're just going to try to have fun in here, and I think, you know, there's people in here that are going to make that happen.
So like must-watch television?
I mean, I think so. I would watch it.
The lineup for Sunday's Daytona 500 will be set with today's Gatorade Duel 150 races. Carl Edwards has already clinched the pole and will start alongside Roush Fenway Racing teammate Greg Biffle on Sunday. The remaining 41 spots on the starting grid are being determined today. The WGC Accenture match play at the Ritz-Carlton Club in Arizona got underway on Wednesday, and all eyes were on Tiger Woods. Woods, who struggled with a bad cold throughout his round, had to use all 18 holes to do away with Gonzalo Fernandez-Costanzo in the first round. Both players battled back and forth, but Tiger sunk a 10-foot par putt on the 18th to seal the deal and advance to round 2. Woods will face Nick Wheatley today. It's back to the NBA for our play of the day. The Utah Jazz taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. The game is tied with 7 seconds left. T-Wolves inbound the ball. J.J. Barea looks for help and finds Luke Ridner, who drives the lane and puts up a floater and beats the buzzer for the game winner. Take another look as Ridner gets the shot off in plenty of time and wins the game, stunning the Jazz players and exciting the home crowd. Danny, that'll do it for sports.
Jesse, News Center 22 continues right after this. Stay with us.
Folks, here's a story about Minnie the Moocher.
American Masters presents the band leader who wrote the book on cool. Cab Calloway had the music and the moves and the lingo that led the way. Hip-hop is Cab Calloway. Look for Cab Calloway. Sketches on American Masters.
Next time, you won't believe what Roadshow found in the Quaker State, Pennsylvania.
We never, ever, ever see a progression of needlework. And that they get better with each one. It's just fantastic.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Really?
That's amazing. I'd have never thought that.
Don't miss our visit to Pittsburgh next time on Antiques Roadshow.
You might say a Texas man is king of the thrones. Maria Villarreal talked to the owner, operator, and the artist who created the Toilet Seat Museum.
I'm going to open this up. Excuse me a minute.
At
now.
90 years old, Barney Smith still gets up every morning to greet visitors.
This thing is my doorstop. Here's the way I have to do it, like this.
With cane in hand and cones on the street, the Toilet Seat Museum is officially open for business today.
Quite a showplace. In August of '92, I opened up my doors. I got me a guest book, and I said, well, the world needs to see my collection. They're entirely too close to each other.
Barney has 1,002 toilet seats on display. You name it, and he's probably got it on a seat.
I've even got a piece of Saddam Hussein's toilet out of Baghdad.
No, you do not.
Out of the green zone.
Barney's not lying. Here it is, a piece of Saddam's toilet.
Bunker there in Baghdad. Well, it's something that has kept me young. I say young. It has kept me going at least because I go day and night. This will be hinged here.
But Barney's art won't be around forever. At 90, age has crept in. Instead of being open all the time, Barney now only opens his doors when he knows someone is coming. And on top of taking care of himself and the museum, he's also taking care of his wife.
The doctor said she wouldn't live over 4 months, and that was 18 months ago, over 18 months. So I'm doing the feeding, and I'm giving her medication, and so I'm doing something right, maybe.
Rich Berthold is a geocacher who traveled from Houston just to see the world-famous Toilet Seat Museum.
Hey, how about that?
I don't know what will happen when Barney's not here. It's one of those things where he's 91, and if you don't do it now, you may never get to see what a lifetime does.
Each one of these works of art holds a special place in Barney's heart. And when I asked him which seat was his favorite, he immediately pointed to this one.
Said, when Earth's last picture is painted and the tubes are twisted and dried.
Attached to the seat is a poem Barney first heard when he was 12 years old. It talks about work and the joy it can bring if you truly love what you're doing.
Only the master shall praise them. Only the master shall blame. And no one shall work for money, and no one shall work for fame, but each for the joy.
And that's all for this evening. For Cameron Riddle and Jesse Gwynn, I'm Danny Taborn. Good night.
You're watching WVUT Vincennes.